Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, wherever you are tuning in from. This is the BS Buddies podcast. That is your host, Ian. I am your host, Joe. And today, we are going to be designing our own study rooms. Like the old-timey study, which is now kind of just your modern office. But we're going to go classy with this.
We're bringing back studies, right? Man caves going out. The study is coming back in. And if you don't know what a study is, just picture like whenever you see in old movies where they have those rooms, it's just like a menagerie of like there's a bookcase over there, there's a globe right here, there's just charts and books and maps and things all over the place. It's a study. You're going in there because it's your study. It's where you go to gain knowledge.
Stuff where it's like, oh, I got this in Paris, and I got this when I went to Norway, and I put it in a glass case so I can look at it.
Now it sits in my study and collects dust.
Yes. Otherwise, I think on like clue boards, they have a study room.
They have a. Okay,
I think so. So if you're a big Clue person,
it's been so long since I played Clue. It's been so long since I played Clue.
Anyways,
right, well,
we will go back and forth designing our study.
We shall begin. Well, okay, all right. So I'm going to start this off because I'm going to pick a location in the house, right? If I were to have a study, just thinking of the overall design, I would want it to be like one of those 2-story kinds of deals, right? Where it's like it's its own little wing of the house, because what I really want in my study is I want one of them spiral staircases. I love those spiral staircases, just like not even like a big one, right? Just those little narrow ones that just take you up to like a little second floor landing overlook balcony, because I feel like that would be super cool to have, have like a nice big Gothic style stained glass window or something looking out into my yard. So I would want it on like a corner edge of my house, or like make it its own little wing, so that way I can have a double decker study, because you got to have room for more books and more stuff. You can't pack things in there if it's the size of a closet, you know what I'm saying? You got to have some room in there. Got to be able to fit all that knowledge in that room. I'm sorry, I got knowledge stuck in my head because I saw that stupid meme from like a decade ago.
I know the meme.
Here in my garage, my brand new Lamborghini. You know what I like more than my Lamborghini? Knowledge. I'm sorry, it just makes me chuckle. I saw that again.
It just reminds me of Vanoss videos.
Oh my god. Here in the Arctic wearing my brand new beanie. Oh man, we're old.
Anyways, I'm not gonna be cool like Ian. I'm just gonna have just a basic room. I'm gonna go with like a bigger room, like a study would be, not like an office in a modern day home. Gonna expand it. And like Ian was saying, I do like knowledge myself. So I'm going to put in a big bookshelf. Like I'm going to say you enter, and when you enter, like the wall on the left is right there, and then it opens up on the right-hand side. So on the left is just going to be a big bookshelf with a bunch of books.
Just books. All right. There we go.
Maybe some comic books here and there, even though I own 0, but just in case.
Someday, if I'm wealthy enough to afford a study, I'm pretty sure we'll be wealthy enough to afford a few comic books. You'd probably be wealthy enough to afford your own comic line if you really wanted. Now, see, I'm gonna get a little bit more in detailed with it again. You don't have to go this route. I'm just thinking of the overall picture, right? Because a study, I've always been a fan of like darker colors, especially when it comes to like your woods, like your wood furniture and accents. So if I were to have, I'd want it to be not necessarily color coordinated, But like if I'm gonna have a desk and bookshelves and stairs and all of that, I would want it to be like a nice dark oak, like maybe a walnut in color. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Something that's gonna give me just that feel of being older and classical, I guess. And what I would do is I would probably have like one whole wall, like you said, you know, you walk in and your wall's right there. I would make one whole wall would be my bookshelf. That way, then I can divide it up into sections. Like right over here is my encyclopedias and my thesauruses,
Yeah.
apparently, and my
Going really old school. Pulling
yes,
out
like
the encyclopedia.
there's gonna be bifocals sitting on the desk. I don't even wear glasses. I don't know where those came from. Uh, we gotta have some encyclopedias in there, and then you know like one can be for just like my regular books of reading of like fiction and stories and all that, and then the other section can be like nonfiction, miscellaneous, anything that's not covered in those first two categories, which is a lot. Uh, and yeah, it's got to be all you know. I want the bookshelves to match with the desk. It's all got to fit in there very nicely. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying.
So for me, I also like envision a darker room, but not quite like you are thinking. I'm gonna go with like a darker maroon wall for the color, like,
There you go.
and with like, I don't know if I want to go bright white, but white molding throughout the room. And I'm getting some other ideas as
As
I'm saying this,
as you're
but we're gonna focus. We're gonna stay on the walls for now. And what I want to add to it, I don't know if you've heard of these. I own one, and they'd be awesome if apartments didn't have popcorn walls. But I have a display, and I'd love to have the rest of the wall just have different displays hung up. Do you know what
there
that
you
is?
go. I feel like I do. I feel like if
I'll,
I see it, I'll know it for sure.
I'll explain for anyone who doesn't know. Displate is a company that sells like metal posters, and they come with this like magnet that you can stick onto the wall, and then your metal poster sticks to the magnet. So then it's like, hey, I'm kind of sick of looking at this. I've had it hung up for a while. I'm just going to take the poster off, keep the magnet on the wall, and then switch out for a different metal poster. That
Ah,
way I
you
can
can
just have a rotation.
swap it up,
It's like,
mix and
hey,
match.
maybe I want to reread a book series. Like right now, I'm currently reading Harry Potter, and it's like, oh, this Harry Potter display looks cool. I'm just gonna swap it out since I'm reading it. Keep me motivated to keep reading it, and then once I'm done with the series, take it off and put something else up.
You could you could put like a whole checkerboard on your wall,
That
and you
would
could
look
play
ugly.
like no, you do checkerboard. You could
Well,
do
if
like
it's an
any.
actual checkerboard, when you first said that, I'm like, why would I have just them butted up of just different things? Like, hey, I have my bird display and my Harry Potter one, and that just like all in a line of just random things.
Just yeah, man. Harry Potter poster made it to the end. King me. Just slap another one on top of that and trying to walk it back. Oh no, I was literally thinking of like black and white square tiles on the
I've,
board with like
that'd be
little discs on
fun,
them that
but
you could move.
the problem is they are not small. Like their smallest one is fairly big. Like
You need a really big wall then. You need to really make that
we're
sucker
we're
huge.
gonna we're gonna get rid of the ceiling in yours between the two rooms, and then just have the wall
Just
be.
let it extend up. You gotta like what? You're sitting there like, which one should I move next? And you just hang on, I gotta walk up the stairs, and you just you gotta go all the way up the stairs just to go and move it over one slot and
Yeah.
be like, all right, there, that was my move.
While
Oh
you're up
man,
there, can you move mine?
Well, you're there. You move it here. You know what? You just stay up there and you play my half and yours, and I'll stay down here and I'll play your half and mine. Be the world's
But
most complicated game of checkers if I've ever seen one.
but anyways, I would like to have displays over the wall.
Ooh, that would be cool. That'd be good. That'd be good. I think if I had to pick between not dropping the random objects on my desks that I play with, I would choose that. I what would I do for decoration? I want a ship's wheel. You know what I'm saying? Like not for any particular reason, just because I'm a huge nerd and I want a ship's wheel on my wall. I'm not even like particularly a fan of sailing. I just think it would be a lot of fun to have a ship's wheel. What's that from? Found it. Garage sale.
It's like, have you ever driven a boat before? Like, have you sailed a ship? Dude, I don't even touch water. What do you mean?
I didn't even. Last time I was on the water was using a John boat out in the lake to go fishing. I've never even seen a sailboat in real life before. I don't even know where I got that wheel from. Um, no, what I think for decoration is what would I do for decoration? Find a way to hang up my vinyl records. Put my vinyl records on the wall, and that way, like if it's something similar to like yours, where maybe it's like a little hanging deal I can slip them into. That way, anytime anyone comes over and be like, "You want to listen to a record?" and just slip it right out and put it on there. But what I thought of something when you were in the middle of talking about yours now, and I can't remember what it was, and it's going to drive me crazy.
I know
It's
you're
going to
talking
drive
about
me absolutely
checkers.
crazy. It was something about the color when
I
you
said
mentioned
like
like
a
a
dark maroon and then white
yeah,
molding.
yeah, and now my brain is just not functioning and it's making me angry. Although I suppose if I were to go with a color, I'd pick like a nice off-white cream. That way the dark uh furniture in the room is complemented by the cream color around the exterior. But I definitely need to have some maps and other charts up on the wall. Super out of date too, by the way, just so I look like I'm really fancy. Like it'll be like map of the world 1897. And you'd be like, wait a minute, I don't see hardly any of these modern countries on here. Oh yeah, that map is not accurate. It's not accurate at all. Then why do you have it? Honestly, I don't know. It's just fun.
I went down to the printing people downtown and I just asked for a normal map, but had them put a random date on it.
Give me a map of the world, but I want you guys to pick a random time frame that it comes from. They're like, oh, here's a map of the New World dated 1697. And it's like the United States, but there's just like big old question mark on the entire western half of the continent. Like it shows like a handful of cities along the East Coast. That's it. No colonies, no lines, nothing.
I would so do that. I'm gonna go with your map idea though. I want at least a smaller desk, but what I want is the map to be like where I put everything on and have it like encased in glass. So then I can see the
Ooh,
map and like the kiddos
dude,
come in and they can see the map and I don't know.
pinpoint things on it. You could do the old throw darts at, throw lawn
Throw
darts at it. Wherever the lawn dart lands, that's where we're going.
on the glass. That will be great.
Shatters everywhere. Well, kids, looks like we're ending the world. Way to go! They throw one up, it sticks to the ceiling. Oh, I guess we got to go to space. Like,
Uh,
I was
I
thinking about adding a fireplace to mine,
I
but
thought about it too.
I don't know that I want to do that
I don't
because
envision it for me.
on the off chance, like, don't get me wrong, a fireplace would be really cool, but on the off chance that it like ever catches on fire, whoosh, there goes all of your cool trinkets and anything that you liked that you had in that study gone, burnt to a crisp.
I'm gonna fix your. I'm gonna fix both of our problems. Instead of like an old timey fireplace, go new school electric fireplace, like a portable one. Because we have a small one here that we take out during the winter, and it has fake flames but still gives out a good amount of heat. So in the wintertime, it's like plug it in, heat up the room, have a nice little fire.
Have a have a nice little uh maybe. I don't know. I can't. There's something charismatic about an actual fire that if I don't have that, I don't want it. But you know what? That is a good idea to keep in mind.
I'm gonna
I
buy
do,
you an
however,
electric fireplace for Christmas.
just, I'm just sitting here like the week before Christmas. Bing dong. I didn't order anything. Eee. We got a fireplace? Who ordered a fireplace? Yes. What am I supposed to do now with the fireplace that I put on the TV every year?
We do that
Guess
too.
I
Don't worry.
guess I can't tune into YouTube Fireplace for Christmas.
You can do
Ruined.
both. You can have the heat from the fireplace blowing at you while you're watching.
While you're watching it,
That's
and you see the
that's exactly what
ghost
you. That's
ghost
exactly
hand
what we
feeds
do.
it.
No joke.
Ghost
That's what we
hand
do.
feeds it a new log. Put it in there and just like, this fire feels so great. Okay, well, so even if I don't get the fireplace, I do still want my study well ventilated because I want to be able to smoke cigars in there. That's what I want. I'm not even particularly a cigar person. It just feels right, or at least have like a pipe. Just sit in there, puffing on a pipe. You know what I mean? I don't endorse any of that, by the way, kids. Just so you're aware. I just think it would be cool. I mean, it's a study. Like, what do you? Maybe I want to wear an old time top hat. Pretend this is the conquest of the oil lands in the American Old West. You know what I mean? Oil's been discovered. I want to role play as an oil baron and don my glasses and go, how can I get my hands on all of this land? That's why I got the map from 100 years ago on my wall so that I can conquest.
It's like these rich families on TikTok that I keep
Yeah.
seeing. Like imagining that, like back in the old days, while they have a $35,000 oven to make it look old timey. I've been seeing that way more. It's like, dude, like this person is loaded. They're not doing this because it's fun. They're doing it.
Because they're loaded and they want to.
I'm not gonna get any further into that. It's gonna irritate me. But I do want. I don't know if I really want an ornate chair, but like something that's padded pretty well. I thought about putting a lazy boy, but knowing that I would just fall asleep and not read or study, it would just be a nap room. So
Everything's old fashioned except for a super modern lazy boy
I,
right behind
I
the
thought about
desk.
it. I thought about it. But one of those, I don't, I don't know how to describe it. For me, it's like a chair you would find in a thrift store with an ottoman to match, like that old like
Okay,
almost
yeah.
felt feeling to it, but it's like
Yep.
cheap.
Yep. Yep. Like the upholstery kind. I know exactly what you mean. I know
Okay,
exactly what you mean.
that would be my
That's the good
chair.
stuff. Well, okay, now speaking of modern, there is one modern gadget that I would absolutely want in there. And that would be on my desk, right? I don't have an ornately designed desk. Not like super, just like a old wooden desk. And I want in there, I want a little cabinet that like I can flip open, and it has some tap options. One of them is beer, and one of them is whiskey. And I want to be able to like, so like you like open up the little cabinet thing, and it flips down. You can just set your cup right in there, and then you just like hit a button, and it dispenses either like 2 ounces of whiskey or whatever, or you go over to the beer and you hit it, and it's like one glass of beer. You just it fills right up for me. Maybe even the lower ones got like a little ice maker, so I can like reach and clink clink and have some whiskey on the rocks. That's the one modern gadget that I would have in there, just to be able to say that I had it, because I think that would be super cool. You can just open it up and boop, hit a button. There you go. You got it ready to go for you. You don't even have to like leave the study and go down to the kitchen. No, just right there.
I I really like that idea, but part of me wants to just I want to do something a little bit stupid. I thought about maybe just a mini fridge behind the chair.
Could have a hidden mini fridge. Have it like inside like some cabinets or something. So like you open it up and
That's
like it
my
looks.
side table.
Whoa, fancy.
Just
No, no, no.
have
Keep
like a wood
keep your
top to
modern
it.
lazy boy. Get a modern lazy boy with a mini fridge in the side of it.
That would be an idea. Um, the one thing I really want to add though, if you know, you know, I want my Christmas story leg lamp. I want that in.
Fragile. Must be Italian.
Funnily enough, my aunt and uncle actually bought one of those, like
That is
a full
amazing.
size one, and I'd want to do the same.
Oh, I love that when he's plunging it in. Oh my god! And he runs out. What is that? Ah, what did he win? Didn't he win it in like a bowling
It's a
competition or something
bowling.
like? Well, it's a lamp. It's a prize. Our house was the envy for miles around. It's a leg right in the front window. I would 100% have that too.
Yeah, I do
Maybe
have.
not with the 15 plugins sticking out of the outlet, but
Yeah,
I would have that leg
I
too.
only have my mini fridge to plug in, so it's that and the lamp. I do have a small lamp that's like has an Edison bulb in it,
Oh,
and that's really cool. I thought about just adding that, but I I really want a leg lamp.
let's see. What are some other cool things we could put in there? Obviously, you got to have a few, firearms hanging on the wall. I'd get like an old double barrel shotgun just to put up there, just to complete the overall look of
I
it.
do airsoft guns that look hyper realistic.
Oh my god, is that a musket? No, no, here. And you just like cock it back, shoot a pop can with it, and it just bing, falls over, and you're like,
I
it's
have
really fun.
a blunderbuss. It's like, does it work? Yeah, but it's like, can't you put anything in it? Yeah, that's why I got all these airsoft PVs.
You got like this giant spring in the stock. You're like, does it work? Watch this. And just like blast your far wall with BBs.
Not the
Fine.
books.
Not the books. It's fine. They'll be okay. They'll be okay. You look at like the far walls, and the far walls are just peppered with little BB marks. You're like, you do this a lot, haven't you? Don't you? Yeah, I do. It's a lot of fun.
Have a window right behind you, and just so you can open it and shoot it out the window.
The squirrels don't bother my bird feeder around here. You just have like jugs of BBs at the ready to go to grab and just pour in there as you need it.
That'd be fun.
What else do we have? Okay, now maybe I'm gonna rescind my map idea. I want one of those antique globes. You know, the kind that sit in like the big
Yeah.
carriage.
I really. As soon as I said mine, I'm like, man, I should just go with those old timey globes.
I'm switching.
I'm gonna
out
get
for the old
both.
time globe.
I'm not switching mine out. I'm getting both.
Gonna have it be redundant. Same year or different year? Well, the globe is from 1897 and the map is from 1947. Just
You know, for the globe, I'll go old timey. Try and find an old timey one. For the desk map, gonna go with like the Pangea Earth.
Pangea. No. The one in the case has got to be like one of them like Waffle House maps. Like you go to a restaurant and you get like the little place map.
Here are our
Or like
locations.
yeah. You can see Waffle House here, 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 here. And just go in and get one of them. I'll keep the little box of crayons with it and keep it like perfectly preserved off to the side, just so you can be like, oh, you need to mark off a location, grab a crayon.
Get a world map of McDonald's locations, so it's just all yellow.
Be like, soon, soon I will take them all over. This is just the whole thing. Are you sure about that? Yes. What else can we add? What else can we add to our studies?
I got at least one more thing. Actually, two more things now that I think of it. One, just like a hanging plant that I can take care of while I'm in there.
Bonsai
And
tree.
I might have to do a hanging plant and a bonsai tree. Tried to grow a bonsai tree once and it didn't work at all. That was really upsetting. Anyways,
They're difficult to take care of.
I want one of those like race car mats. Because I'm imagining this room in my home, and if kiddo comes in, it's like, yeah, mom's busy. Here's some cars. Go nuts on the mat.
And driving around and parking the cars. Oh, I gotta go to the grocery store, and you're just like, yeah. And it's like you got to get like one of them like supersized ones that's got like the whole town on it. You know what I mean? That's the way to
I don't
go.
know if I've seen those, but
Oh, I used to have one. It had like a whole town on it with like houses and stuff that you could drive to and all that other stuff. But I have to admit, when you first said race car mat, for some reason my mind defaulted to race car bed. Before I corrected myself, I was like, "Yeah, race car bed in the corner."
yes, screw the chair, race car bed, Lightning McQueen.
Walk in and be like, "Hey, Joe, how fast you go to sleep?" Oh man, yeah, dude, a race car bed would be a complete look for that. All right, well,
I think my study is kind of wrapped up.
I've got one final good one that I would put in there for it. Mine would be I would have to have one of those old projectors, film like reel to reel in the corner. It's not like you can set up on it and like just and like watch it, project on the wall and do something like that. That I feel like that would just be a lot of fun to have because I always love those old projectors. I like the way they work. It's very interesting to me.
I think those are really cool too.
That's about as much as I can think to put in my study. I mean, granted, I'm sure there's probably 100 more items I would love to put in there if I saw them. But
yeah, I'm thinking of other ones that I'd maybe put in there, but in my head, I'm also running out of wall space because of all the displays.
somewhere in there too, I would have an escape route. Like maybe like a false bookshelf. They open it up, run through there, Scooby Doo style.
Mine, I'm kind
100%
of like imagining like a bear head mount that I didn't even shoot. Just like thrift store find. Somebody's grandpa shot it back in the 30s.
Get like a Winnie the Pooh
Oh
toy and just
Winnie the Pooh
mount that on
my
the wall. You get all your mounts are just stuffed animals. All your mounts are stuffed animals.
This is my study, and not my horror house.
I mean, you could put a couple of squiggly mirrors in there too. You could turn this into a fun house real quick.
I'm not having fun anymore.
I'm not having fun. This isn't fun. You're just trying to sit in there at night and read. Ever feel like sometimes they're watching you?
And Eeyore's just staring you in the eyes.
I don't remember that one being up there. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good. I'm sure. I'm sure we could.
Good. The nightmares have begun already.
Maybe we could do this another time, but like make just ridiculous, like not old time study, but like new school study room.
The new news. I don't know if you could call it new school. You could call it something. horror house study. How terrifying can we make our stuff? How unsettling for guests can we make it?
The scariest room we can come up with.
Yes,
That'd be fun.
that'd be a good offshoot of this.
Maybe
I
that'll
enjoy
be the next one. But I think it's time for quotes.
Yeah,
Yeah, you look yours up. Don't worry, I got mine. This is quoted from. I'm also looking like right behind the camera because that's where I have it. It is quoted from the book Social Justice for the Sensitive Soul. I don't remember who the author is, but there's a quote in it. It's really, you know what? I'm just gonna take it off so I can read it.
I believe in
Why
you.
is there double-sided tape on this? Oh boy. Okay. Here we go. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive. Go do it. Because what the world needs is people who come alive. Howard Thurman.
I mean, I do believe I'm already alive, but I like his enthusiasm. I believe I came to life when I was born, but I mean, thanks for looking out for me. You,
Not what
that
he
guy.
means, but Howard worked hard on that.
You know what? Good job, Howard. Howard Stark?
Thurman,
I'm sorry.
actually, but
I'm sorry. I had to make that joke. I couldn't help myself. I know.
what's your quote?
Mine is by Euripides. The wisest men follow their own direction. I don't know if that's
a lie.
100%
That's
true
a lie.
statement, but
I think of my
I know.
cousin right away, and that's a lie.
I know a few people who follow their own direction, and not exactly the sharpest marble in the drawer, if you know what I'm saying.
They need more direction.
But I mean, it's Euripides. He's famous philosopher related to Bophades. I'm pretty sure.
I thought of some other jokes that I didn't want to say, so yeah. Here's the outro. Thanks for watching.
You just said, no, I'm not doing that.
I want this video to stay up online, so I know where Ian wants to take that.
This was a tame one. We'll be okay. We'll be all right.
But anyways, thank you for BSing with us. Become a bud today by subscribing, and we will see you next time when we get all the stuffed animal mounts out of my study that Ian put in there.
I'm gonna need at least a 30-06 caliber pop gun to take down that Winnie the Pooh son of a gun. So I'll let you know how that goes. But until then, you just take her easy now. Where'd I put my ammo for that?